Welcome to Getting Down to Earth's Mini Talks with me, your host, Earth Ojalo. If you've been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome in. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe so that you can know whenever I'm running my mouth. We all know sharing is caring. So if you feel like someone else needs to know about this channel, just go ahead and share it. I don't mind. I hope that you all have taken care of yourselves since the last time we met. I was thinking today about the church. I came up in the church. I was Pentecostal, and for the most part, it was because I wanted to get out of the house. I had some girlfriends whose father was a pastor of a Pentecostal church, and they could sing, honey. And they would always let me lead devotion with them and sing with them. And I thought I could really sing, but turns out, not so much. However, I enjoyed my time in the church. It taught me some things and introduced me to, a higher force. It also introduced me to myself, and I appreciate the time that I spent within the church. As I grew older, however, I've been able to adjust my focus and really dig a little bit deeper and get some truth about myself that I was able to live with and walk closer to the Most High. So I really didn't need the church to tell me, in which direction I should go as far as my spiritual health. But I do appreciate them laying that foundation for me. However, as today, in today's times, I'm realizing that the church is still preaching about things of old. Today, I think that we need preachers who are going to talk about how we need to get rid of these demons, how demons and evil spirits transfer through touch and talk, and how to go about prayers that will free us of these things, how we can use our discernment to spot these things before we get real deep and they take hold, because there are different layers to this here shit. Because that's exactly what it is. When you take a look at the world and you look around us and you see how the parents are crashing out on their most precious gifts, their children, how women are being treated, how elderly people are being treated, you have to know that there is something operating that's evil, that can definitely take over the human body and tell us to do things that we shouldn't do. Unaliving our babies, and the way we speak to one another, even within the church, how nasty some people's attitudes can be. So I think that right now we need to talk about that, and that the church and the pastors need to come up to speed about whether or not we burn sage. How do we pray to get rid of these things? How do we spot these things? How do we protect ourselves from these things? How do we protect our children when they go out here in the world and go to school for 6 hours, after school programs and things like that? You got these students fighting each other. They doing wicked things to each other. They got little boys who go have sleepovers who they think it's a prank to pour hot water on a sleeping child. How the hell you think that's a prank? It was never a prank, because you knew enough not to burn yourself to pour the hot water on a child. So we have to start looking at things and understand that we're not here alone. We never were. But the church ain't talking about that. We need to really get up to par and talk about what the hell is really going on around here, and why we can't seem to get along, and why we feel like it's okay to off one another. Okay? To off our students. For our students to attack each other. We got to get real, because real things are happening. We're losing our children. We're losing each other. We can't even come together as males and females and have healthy relationships, you know? But nobody's talking about these demonic forces that's been running the government and running the world for years. We say these things, but we don't really dive in. You know, how do we protect ourselves? That's what the church needs to talk about. The foods that we're putting into our bodies, the dead flesh. We need to talk about these things. How do we protect our families? How do we protect ourselves mentally and spiritually from the things that seek every day to take us out? So that's what I was thinking about today. I want to hear more of that. I need to know what we need to burn. Is it sage? Is it incense? How do I need to learn to speak in tongues? What do we need to do today to survive the attacks that's coming at us spiritually? Because if they say it's a spiritual war and we need to put on the body and the armor of God, then we need to know how to do that. Tell us how to do that. It's all fine and good to understand that Jesus walked on water, yada, 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 yada. Okay, we got that part. We understand Moses parted the Red Sea, yada, yada, we got that part. Now, talk to us about the demons that came up from the bottom of the sea when he parted it. I need to know how to protect myself from what I see out here in the streets. I need to know how to protect my children. I need to be able to teach them how to protect themselves. All right? Because they comment for us every day, in every way, and we need to know. So I'm going to need the church to get up to par. Pastors, deacons, reverends, mothers of the church, usher board, deacon board, building fund, all of that. We going to need to know. Start preaching to us about that. That's what I want to hear. Protect us from the demons that run among us. So that's what I was thinking about today, y'all, about the church house. Yeah. So leave y'all comments below. I'm open to suggestions, discussion, dialogue, because we dying. And they working magic all across this piece. Families, people that you wouldn't even realize. It's disgusting. And we need to know how to protect ourselves. All right? Thank you for tuning in to another Getting Down to Earth mini talk. I appreciate you. If you've been here, thank you for staying with me. If you're new here, I surely hope you come back. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you know every time I'm running my mouth. But when you go to church, y'all, ask these questions. Take care of yourselves. Please take care of yourself. Mental health is so important. As well as each other. Knock on your neighbor's door. Check on the elderly. Call your sister with them 5 children. Let her know you care. All right? Till the next time. Talk to you soon. I love you. I love you. And I love you. And ain't a damn thing you can do about that. All right? Peace, y'all.